feels like life. Smiles flash, bodies glow. Every color starts to show. This our time, we belong. Move together, make it strong. Drums stop, hear that cold tambor down the hall. Ay mi vida, baila ya. We the spark, we la flama. Shake the world. Ba, ba, bam, 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 bam. We don't stop till the night is done. World, ra, ba, 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 da. Feel that power, feel that run. Every step, one sound, one tribe. This is how we stay alive. World, ba, ba, bam, 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 bam. Zumba Nation, feel the vibe. Na na na, shake the world. Na na na, let it burn. Na na na, shake the world. Yeah, we just burn and turn. Ah yeah. Why yeah yeah. Ah yeah. Yeah, we just burn and turn.
Showcase.
Indeed.
Let's give a huge round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention. It's a great time of honor for all of us. We are delighted to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Miss Alekhya Balla, whose inspiring leadership and dedication has inspired us to also become people like her.
Her inspiring journey and commitment continue to guide our young learners. As she graces the venue with her presence, let's welcome her with a warm and heartfelt round of applause. May the lamp light our minds with wisdom and our hearts with compassion.
I now request our honorable dignitaries to come up on the stage and light the lamp which symbolizes the victory of light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance.
With this auspicious beginning, we welcome an evening of learning, creativity, and celebration.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योति नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योति जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योति जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीप नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः.
Thank you, respected dignitaries. We now unfold this evening through graceful movements and expressive beats. We extend a heartfelt welcome to all our esteemed audiences. Let's applaud loud and welcome our dancers cheerfully.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
If you had a flying magic carpet, where would you go? School or vacation?
Vacation.
Why?
It's peaceful.
So where would you go on a vacation?
Hawaii. Let's enjoy the dance.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wasn't that a vibrant showcase of culture and tradition? I now invite our Chief Operating Officer of Sloka Group of Schools and Principal of Sloka Cambridge, Mrs. Fatima Shabnam, for the annual report.
Welcome for this annual day function. I'm really apologies from my side. I'm not really keeping well so that I would be really able to give my 100%. But yes, of course, I had thought to share a few things, not report as a report, but a kind of a reflection for all of us. What shall we be looking forward with our students? So before that, I would really like to welcome our chief guest, Ms. Alekia Balla. Then I have my management in absentia, MD Sir, Mr. Sangameshwar Gupta, and Veena ma'am. And then I have the missionaries, our chairman, Bitla Srinivas Reddy, and Shailaja ma'am, the director. And I have the young and charismatic emerging leaders, Manish and Varshini, the executive director for Shloka Group of Schools. And then I have my leadership team. I would like to give an introduction of them because all of you know them, but still I need to say how much of hard work they do it behind me with my team to ensure things are going smoothly. I have my dedicated dean, Mr. Vishwanath Reddy. I have the articulative Sanar Arun Kumar, the CMO. I have Ms. Lizzie Rovina, the strategist. I have Gayatri, the vice principal, who is a goal-focused, result-oriented, dedicated person. And I have the most dependable person whom I rely on most of my things in Cambridge is Akhila. I have the silent warrior who works behind the screen, and a humble person, Mr. Vasu. The backbone of Cambridge, whatever you see, all these things, and the daily, day in, day out. My admin team, the warriors, the soldiers, the backbone for Cambridge. And I have my fireflies of Cambridge, that is my teachers. And of course, whom we all are connected with, my lovely children. And I can't forget, it's you people who have interested on Shloka. That's the parents, my live audience people over there. Welcome to each one of you. From bottom of my heart, thanks to everyone to make yourself available for this day. The theme, Ikigai, which means the purpose of our life, which is a word coined by the Japanese, but that's a very close to all of us, which we need to reflect on these points that whatever we do have purpose for our life. And with this, we have a theme of Aladdin and Navrasa. Navrasa was the basic idea of my annual day theme, which is more of the 9 emotions that I want to depict to my children, to my parents, because no matter what numbers, marks, achievements, grades, money, whatever you get, but these emotions are not balanced, we really would not lead a happy life. I just want to share a story with all of you. So team, I just want the story to be played from the beginning. Once upon a time, there were 2 neighbors living next to each other. One of them was a retired teacher, and another was an insurance agent who had a lot of interest in technology. Both of them had planted different plants in their garden. The retired teacher was giving a small amount of water to his plants and didn't always give a full attention to them, while the other neighbor, interested in technology, had given a lot of water to his plants and looked after them well. The retired teacher's plants were simple but looked good. The insurance agent's plants were much fuller and greener. One day, during the night, there was heavy rain and a wind due to a minor storm. Next morning, both of the neighbors came out to inspect the damage to their gardens. The neighbor, who was an insurance agent, saw that his plants came off from the roots and were totally destroyed. But the retired teacher's plants were not damaged at all and were standing firm. The insurance agent neighbor was surprised to see it, went to the retired teacher and asked, "We both grew the same plants together. I actually looked after my plants better than you did for yours and even gave them more water. Still, my plants came off from the roots while yours didn't. How is that possible?" The retired teacher smiled and said, "You gave your plants more attention and water, but because of that, they didn't need to work themselves for it. You made it easy for them. While I gave them just an adequate amount of water and let their roots search for more. And because of that, their roots went deeper and that made their position stronger. That is why my plants survived." Moral: the story is about parenting. While children are like plants, if everything is given to them, they will not understand the hard work it takes to earn those things. They will not learn to work themselves and respect it. Sometimes it's best to guide them instead of giving them everything. Teach them how to walk, but let them follow their path. This is a story which really inspires me. Every time that I see, I look at myself as a parent. What am I doing to my children? Am I really giving them enough opportunity to grow? But today's parenting, we sometimes do helicopter parenting, which means we protect our children a lot. And it's just a humble request and suggestion to all my parents. Please remember this. The two plants, where one plant had to take water with difficulty, stood strong, whereas the other plant, which was given everything comfortably, was easily moved out when the storm came. It's just resembling our children. Our parenting has to be in the same way. I would humbly request the parents to reflect on this point and ponder upon it, what can be done with our children. For which, during our school times, I do get requests from the parents that please take care of our children. Definitely, yes, we are taking care of the children, but yes, we want our children to strive hard. So you may find at times the school is quite hard with them to walk a distance or from that bus stop to the bus drop to this place, or we ask them to carry their bag and climb the stairs. We may ask them to do the homework, which is sometimes more than 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But if they don't go through the hard work, they would definitely not be prepared to face the world which is outside, more competitive. We want to send our children much capable and much able to face the world without any difficulty for them. What do the children need us? What do they need from us as parents? If we don't give everything, when we say don't give all the things, when we say don't give more things, then what is that they want more? This was an inspiring ad. I think most of you have seen in the reels, but I still want to use this opportunity to share it with all of you, because to remind all of us, because I am myself a parent, which I have to also reflect on, where I have to also give what they really needed. So that's what I want all of us to just ponder upon this video, which makes us reflect on these points. What are the needs of our children? Okay, never mind. The technical glitches keep happening in our life. So let's move forward.
Morning, guys. What's for breakfast? French toast. Wow.
न्यू ईयर विश मुझे इस साल गिटार सीखना और आपका
रोना बहुत छोटे नहीं है फोन के लिए ये लीजिए ऑफ कर Morning, guys.
How many of us are giving time to our children? I would say I'm not giving time to my children. It's a point for reflection for all of us parents. What they need is our time that we need to invest in their childhood, which will return back to us when they grow up. There's a very famous proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, which means a child is not grown only because of mother, father, or that family, or the school. It is the entire community, the society that needs to grow up the children. And we need to reflect on this. What are we supposed to do it? So I request all the parents, just give me a 5 seconds. All of you close your eyes. Just imagine what do you want to do for your children. What are you imagining about your child? What are you wishing for your child? Even a child can be as small as EY1 or as big as 12th or graduation. Even parents who are not having their children in my school, or even parents who have their children who have already been married and settled. I just want you all to reflect for 5 seconds. What is that ultimately you're looking for your children? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No matter what you think about getting your building, your financials, your business, getting a job, ultimately what I see is when I talk to the parents, they want to say, I want to see my child happy, I want to see my child healthy, I want to see my child with freedom and success. And for this, what is needed is what we are looking forward for. So that's the reason you all take up a decision of putting them into the school, that they are being guided and nurtured in the right way. And that's what we are also trying to do, keep up our promise to you, that in terms of academics, what are we going to serve to you all? When you all are coming to Cambridge, it's an international curriculum which talks about the practical teaching and practical learning. And of course, yes, every parent will be bothered about what is the end result. Because whenever I imagine anything, I look for what is the end thing. So in my mind, it works with the end thing in the first thing. Like when I plan for this annual day, how should be the last day, the day, how it should be there, how should it be executed, will be the first thing in my mind, and then I start planning for it. So as a school, we see to that our children are successful in the world. They are able to go and show their competence in the world with the others. So when I talk about the Cambridge curriculum, I want to reiterate about this point, because this is something we all are looking forward to have a Cambridge curriculum, but we do not understand how it works for. And hence, because most of us, 90% of us are from a non-Cambridge background, right? So we really do not understand how the Cambridge works. And I just want all of you to listen to these points, how we work on the Cambridge system, so that all of you are aware what is expected out of our students and what is that we are going to give you the results. Team, I would like to have the audio for this, please.
Measure, we can improve. That's how, as a coach or English teacher, I find the best ways to help my things can get tough, and improving isn't easy. The key is to assess the progress they are making, to know what they can do, so I can give feedback that will help build their confidence and keep them motivated. With Cambridge, assessment is integrated with learning, helping me measure and guide my learners' progress, so they learn what they need to succeed, to get the most from every moment, to help their worlds grow. Because Cambridge is where your world grows.
Okay, so I want all of you to do a short activity. Take your fist, your hand, and clench your fist. Hold it tight, like this. Okay? And then open your fist. Do it again. Clench your fist, open your fist. Clench your fist, open your fist. When you do the clenching of the fist, it's nothing but a pressure. When you open the fist, it's a support that we want to give it to our children. So in Cambridge, our curriculum is without the pressure, but with the support of parents and teachers, children do wonders over here. So that's what I want to reiterate about the Cambridge. The pressure is not there in just getting the results. The most of the assessment goes with the learning process. During the learning, during the classroom, the assessment keeps happening. The feedbacks are given to the children. So hence our assessment goes on and on and on with a regular continuum process. However, in spite of all these methods, we still do get good results for our Cambridge. So last year's results that we have got is 3 A's, 2 A's, and 1 A's, which means these results are incomparable to the world of 160 countries. So in spite of we being very liberal with the academics, with the curriculum, which is more of a practical teaching, we are still able to get the great results with the international level that we are able to show the progress of the students. We also got 2 ICE certificates of our students where they have been as credited as a merit students, which means they are able to go to any international universities with an ICE diploma where they are considered to be as a distinction students. And the students who have passed out from the Cambridge, my first batch which passed out IGCSE, now they are in their graduation level. I had my first batch only with 7 students, and out of 7 students, I am proud to share that I have 2 students who have been selected with international universities, Ms. Sarika and Ms. Srinidhi Rathod. Both of them were selected with a scholarship of, one of them got a scholarship of 36 lakhs, one of them got a scholarship of 28 lakhs, which means they are much caliber students to get into the international universities. That's the success I would measure, not just the marks, not the percentage. Getting into the universities is what we are looking forward for. So Srinidhi has gone to BITS Pilani, and we have Sarika has gone to University of Denver, Carload. So in Shloka International School, we just don't look for the academics part of it. We also look for the co-scholastic part of it. As you all know, the first thing that my students do in my school, the moment they enter the school, they finish their assembly, and immediately they are sent for sports to have the fun, enjoyment, and learning. And that's why I'm proud to say most of the time my attendance is above 90% every day on a regular basis. And if everything, weather is fine, I reach a attendance percentage of 100% also, because students don't want to miss their classes in the morning. So that's how we go with our co-scholastic to start with the sports part of it, giving them exposure to the adventure sports, to basketball, to cricket, to swimming, everything, all the kinds of 5 sports are being given to our students. Okay, I have another activity for all of you so that you don't sleep when I am talking about it. So, I have, keep your right hand on your heart, and your left hand up. Okay? You're having a left hand on top and right hand on the heart. Now consider this right hand as your love hand and your left hand as your expectations hand. When you're giving love below the expectations, results don't come. But when you bring down your expectations for the love, students will do wonders. This is what I learned in my experience of 20 years in this field. When you love them, when you give them, empathize with them, they do really wonders. So I request all the parents, we are looking for results, we are looking for competitions, but before anything, we want you to look them for their love, empathy. That is what we are needing it for our children. Okay, so when it comes to our teachers and parents, when it comes to our teachers, there is a question from our parents, how about the teachers? How well they are getting trained? So one thing I can tell you, my teachers are a mixture of experience of 15 years, 16 years in Cambridge, to an experience of being 1 year, 2 year, or even the freshers also. It's an amalgamation of all the kinds of teachers that I'm keeping with a diversity of teachers from different states of India. So I want all of you to understand the teachers that they are working on in the Cambridge curriculum are quite trained enough and professional enough to handle the Cambridge curriculum. That is what we have been doing rightly. Every year we do trainings for them for almost 50 hours of training in a year. So we start in the month of May. For 10 days the continuous training happens, and then regularly, periodically we do the trainings for them. And these are some of our awards. Our students have gone to our different awards. Like this year, they have gone to our different inter-school competitions with different school awards. Like they have got it in MUN, they have got it in Science Expo, they have got it in Karate. So the students have really got and achieved all the prizes with inter-school competitions of Cambridge. What's next in our future? What we are having it is the next level. What we are starting is our AS level is a full-fledged level that we are going to start from the next academic year. And we are starting with the career counseling program for our students, as our students have to be prepared to move to the universities. Third is the financial literacy curriculum is what we are looking forward to take it up as a full-fledged curriculum to make them equipped for this. Based on this, we are designing a curriculum which can give a holistic approach for all our students. Dear parents, this is just about a snippet, because if I start talking what we are doing, I will not be able to end up even for 1 hour also. It is just the snippets that I have given. But definitely as a Cambridge, we always believe in the practicals. Whatever we are doing it, you are seeing live in this action. The program that you are seeing, the students of EY3, Stage 2, EY2, they are a part of a drama skit, which means coming and doing on the stage is requiring a lot of confidence. Our students need to be prepared for that. We don't look for the perfection, but we give a platform and exposure to the students, so that they explore themselves, what they are able to do, the best of them. Second, when it comes to the sports, whatever we have spoken, we would be sharing it with you. The live performances of adventure sports, the karate, and the daringness that our children have learned from our sports. So that's what we are going to display. And third, culturally, we are going to show you what our students can perform better. Let it be their art skill, their dance skills, their music skills. So this is what is going to be displayed in action. So coming to the theme of the event is Navrasa. Navrasa is all based on emotions, which is very much important for all of us to take it up this as a very crucial point, that all of us together as parents, teachers and students, the whole school community, the parent community together gives an exposure on the different emotions, and you shall explore and experience what our students are depicting right now in front of all of you, that the different rasas, the different emotions, let it be laughter or fear or anger or courage or any emotions that comes in our life, we have to face them, we have to learn to balance them, we have to ensure that we are able to grow our children and nurture them on these bases. Thank you so much, and I hope you all will enjoy the next program. I know I have spoken to you in haywire way. I'm really not in a good terms of standing here and giving, but I still didn't want to lose this opportunity. I wanted to speak to all of you, give my message. I'm sure you all will enjoy our students' performance that will be coming up shortly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Karate teaches us self-control, respect, and courage. Our students are now ready to showcase these values through their performance.
Fast moves, sharp focus, and a fearless spirit. Please put your hands together as the karate performers take their place.
Go. Yoi. Wait. Ajmi.
तुम बहुत जिद्दी है।
Join. Right. इधर से गुड. Ajmi. Volume down. Joy, Roy, Karanan, Ajmi. Joy, Roy, back. Joy, Roy, Shiva, Ajmi. Joy. Rohit. Back. It's me. Done. Joy. Right. Ajay. Joy. Right. Ajay.
चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनू के आग में उबलती मेरी कोशिशों को चाहिए ना कोई और सहारा। जिद है मेरी, दर्द चीर के निकल चुका, मौका मिले तो करूं मैं ये दोबारा। जुनू की आग में उबलती मेरी कोशिशों को चाहिए ना कोई और सहारा।
जग्गा जित्तिया ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्तिया, जग्गा जित्तिया ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्तिया, जित्तिया ते मिलन बधाइयां के आया है फतेह करके सूरमा। सूरमा के माने है जम्मिया एक सूरमा, सूरमा सूरमा सूरमा।
रोके वो काफी, रुके ना तू तो टोके वो काफी, झुके जरा भी, रुकेगी ना पर इनकलाबी। मन है राजी, डरना क्यों अब अपनी बारी, मार ही लेंगे अब तो बाजी।
जग्गा लिख गया नई कहानी, जग्गा लिख गया, जग्गा जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां, जग्गा जित्तिया, जित्ते ते मिलन बधाइयां के आया है फतेह करके सूरमा। सूरमा के माने है जम्मिया एक सूरमा, सूरमा सूरमा तूफानी, जग्गे नू चढ़ी जवानी। ओ जग्गा सुन न किसी की, के जग्गा कर मनमानी। जग्गे दा जोश तूफानी, जग्गे नू चढ़ी जवानी। ओ जग्गा सुन न किसी की, के जग्गा कर मनमानी।
जमीन आसमानों में, हाँ ये मुमकिन है दो जहानों में। जज्बे इरादे और ये जुनून बनते हैं दिल के कारखानों में।
पहुंच गए अंबर से आगे, धरती से फिर भी बंधे हैं धागे, रहते वतन की मिट्टी से जुड़ के। जय हिंद जो नस नस में है, हर बाजी फिर बस में है, जिद ठानेंगे हिंदुस्तान बोले। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सत्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम। सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सत्य श्यामलाम वंदे मातरम।
Was a great showcase of courage, discipline, and youthful spirit. And now, let's welcome our Executive Director of Sloka Group of Schools, Mr. Chintala Manish, to address the gathering. Let's applaud loud and welcome the Executive Director.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ ఎవ్రీవన్. ఫస్ట్ మీరందరూ చప్పట్లు కొట్టండి, గట్టిగా చప్పట్లు కొట్టండి ప్లీజ్. ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? దాదాపు 1200 మంది ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ. మీ పైన అయితే, మీ ఏళ్ళ పైన అయితే బైక్ వెళ్ళలేదు కదా, మీరైతే చప్పట్లు కొట్టవచ్చు గట్టిగా. సో వన్స్ అగైన్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ ఎవ్రీవన్ టు ఆల్ ద డిగ్నిటరీస్, honored guests, my chairman, my team, my principals, our teachers, our beloved parents, and my dear students. A very warm welcome. Sorry, it's a very cold welcome to all of you. ఇంత వెదర్లో కూడా మీరు అందరు ఇలా గట్టిగా కూర్చున్నారు. థ్యాంక్స్ అలాట్ ఫర్ దాట్. I coldly welcome you all to the Cambridge Annual Day celebration of Sloka International School, which is centered deeply around a relevant theme, that is Ikigai, where beautifully woven through the journey of Aladdin, as well as the emotional richness of Narasa. Obviously, I'll speak regarding the Ikigai, the emotional awareness, emotional richness, and the journey of Aladdin. But before that, since all of the parents are gathered here, yesterday I was just going through a book, and the book name was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Out of which, the 5th habit was seek to understand, not to understood. ఇక్కడ ఎంతమందికి అర్థమైందో నాకు తెలియదు, బట్ దానికో ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇస్తాను. మీ పిల్లలు మీ ఇంటికి వస్తారు, మీరు రెగ్యులర్గా ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఫేస్ చేసే ఉంటారు. నా పిల్లవాడు అన్నీ అర్థం చేసుకుంటాడు, నేను చెప్పింది తప్ప. రైట్? ఎంతమంది ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఫేస్ చేస్తారు? ప్లీజ్ రేజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్. అంటే మీ పిల్లలు మీకు అర్థమైపోతారా? సో ఒక ఫాదర్ వచ్చారు. హీ ఆస్క్డ్ మీ ఎ క్వశ్చన్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఎ కంప్లైంట్, it was just a confusion. He came to me and asked me, my child understands everything except what I say at home. అయితే నేను మళ్ళీ అడిగాను, సో మీ చైల్డ్ మీకు అర్థం కాడు, ఎందుకంటే వాడు మీ మాట వినడు. అయితే ఆ పేరెంట్ చాలా అగ్రెసివ్ అయిపోయాడు. నాకు తెలుసు మా చైల్డ్ ఏమనుకుంటాడో, నేను ఆ ఫేస్ నుంచే వచ్చాను. బట్ పేరెంట్ నెవర్ కేమ్ అప్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ అండ్ అండర్స్టూడ్ వాట్ ఎ చైల్డ్ థింగ్స్. I guess it is important for us parents to understand before thinking that we need to be understood. The first objective for ourselves is to understand what other person is saying, whether it is your teachers, whether it's your students, or whether it's other person. It is really important for us to understand before being understood. And now let's dive into the annual day celebration of Ikigai. Firstly, I would like to thank each and every member of my team, teachers and students who have come up with this concept and put all their efforts. As a part of the present generation of education leadership, I strongly believe that the biggest responsibility that I have today is to educate my children, not only for the success, but for the reality in the generation. The world is changing rapidly, constantly. It's a fast-paced world. Emotionally, you need a lot of stability to be successful in this world. In fact, global research, as well as in the education, as well as in the neuroscientists, say that children who are able to understand themselves, regulate their emotions, think critically, and act with a purpose, are able to sustain far more better in the future, face the uncertainty, the pressure, and the change. Basically, this leads to the philosophy of Ikigai, right? Philosophy of Ikigai is nothing but what they love, what are they good at, what the world needs, and how they can contribute to it. If they understand the philosophy of Ikigai, it is not only for the students, not only for the teachers, it is for every human being present over here. If they understand the philosophy of Ikigai, they will see learning as a purpose, as a direction, not as a pressure. And our EY students and PP students, they have told us the journey, they have showcased the journey of Aladdin. It's not a fairy tale or a cartoon characteristics. They have given us a message saying that every child has a potential. Every child has a chirag. Every child has a genie. Just with having a potential does not make any sense. They can't go forward without channelizing that energy. Okay, they will rub the, the lamp, the genie will come out. But what is after that? What are those 3 or 4 wishes that they are going to take care of?